Hello everyone, myself Mansi Makwana and today's my presentation topic is Manipulating the Masses, Dryden's, Epsilon and Achitophel and today's media politics. These are my academic information and presentation details. These are table of contents and this is my research questions and hypothesis. My research question is to what extent do the rhetorical strategies and manipulative functions of Dryden's mock biblical satire in Absalom and Achitophel serve as a blueprint for the current tactics and discourse of social media logic in modern elite political campaigning? And hypothesis is the rhetorical and manipulative functions of Dryden's satire are directly echoed in modern media politics, where the meme functions as the contemporary equivalent of allegory, enabling political elites to use disguise and simplification, for example, shitposting and clapbacks, to bypass formal political discourse and effectively sway the masses. Uh, then introduction from verse to viral political manipulation. Political manipulation isn't new, but the method may have changed from poetic verse to viral memes, but the goal remains the same. The presentation explores how political manipulation has evolved and remained fundamentally the same in its persuasive strategies. It argues that John Dryden's 1681 satire Absalom and Achitophel offers an early model of how language, rhetoric, and symbolism can be used to influence public opinion. Dryden's rhetorical methods such as satire, biblical allegory, and irony acts as a blueprint for today's social media logic, where memes and viral posts shape perception. In essence, both Dryden's words and modern digital media rely on persuasion through framing, humor, and emotional manipulation rather than logical argument. Then, satire's true purpose, weaponry. Satire must be analyzed as a calculated weapon with a political function, not merely high art. It operates as a propaganda device of persuasion intended to influence public action. A Dryden's technique, known as formal straining, uses meticulous art to elevate his propaganda, making it more effective than a simple political pamphlet or a polemic. It essentially acted as a court of chancery when formal legal redress was unavailable to address political injustice. Then disguise one, the Bible mask allegory. Dryden's primary manipulative tool was disguised through extensive biblical analogy. He recast the contemporary political crisis, the exclusion crisis, as the timeless story of King David and Absalom. This strategy achieved permanent validity and authority, helping the satire transcend the specific political alarms of 1681. The move was essential to avoid direct censorship while framing the political opposition as fundamentally weak. The allegory condemned them for seeking to draw the vulgar in to their own destructive political errors. Then analyze attacking Achitophel, target character assassination via poetic form. Dryden employs the structure and language of epic satire to create a permanent, uh, inde- indelible negative image of his political opponent. This is the deliberate rhetorical maneuver intended to define the opposition not just for the immediate crisis but for posterity, solidifying a last negative public perceptions. Then, strategic use of loaded language, the specific descriptive lines such as for close designs and a crook, a council's feet, saga seasons, bold and turbulent of wheat use a combination of overtly negative and ostensibly positive but contextually damning damning epithets. This targeted negative language manipulates the reader's judgment by framing Shakespeare's intelligence and ambitions as inherently dangerous and morally flawed. Then manipulation of reader's judgment. By crafting this detailed and damning portrait, Dryden seeks to manipulate the reader's judgment by passing rational discourse, and rhetorical goal is not to debate policy but to emotionally and intellectually predispose the audience to reject the political readers by making him seem fundamentally weak and untrustworthy, thereby furthering the royalist political agenda. Then rhetoric, simple ideas for the masses. Effective manipulation relies on simplifying complex ideas to make them accessible to a wide audience. Then think strategist choice ensure his political message resonate with a broad audience by grounding abstract concepts in concrete worldly terms. Then disguised to the meme template. The campaign shift, Dryden's historical strategy finds its modern parallel in the social media logic that drives the current fourth era of political campaigning. The modern allegory, the internet meme function as the contemporary equivalent for the mock biblical allegory. Definition and form, memes are defined as multimodal artifact remixed using popular culture for commentary function or disguise. Like Dryden's biblical marks, the meme offers a way to simplify complex political conflicts and bypass formal critical discourse. Then a goal of influence. They achieve maximum influence by ensuring the political message is instantly recognized due to leveraging existing cultural language, and then easily shareable, drive and rapid mass distribution. Then modern tactics, shift posting and clapbacks, uh, calculated tactics. Today's political manipulation relies on specific calculated tactics like shit posting and clapbacks to drive engagement and narrative control. Then allied adoptions, then strategic disguise. For example, there's a Maze Dancing Queen conference, and Trust was a deliberate top-down strategy to use a viral meme to soften her public image and benefit from it politically. Then conclusion, the strategy endures. Dryden's historical strategy of using disguise to simplify complex ideas and sway the masses finds its direct contemporary parallel in the fourth era of political campaigning driven by social media logic. The internet memes function as the modern equivalent of Dryden's mock biblical allegory, defined as the multimodal artifact that is remixed using popular culture for commentary. The meme serves the same manipulative function as the 17th century mask. It offers a way to simplify complex political conflicts and bypass formal critical politic discourse. These are references. Now, anyone has question?
So my question is, how are modern memes similar to Dryden's way of spreading political ideas?
Uh, both the political memes and the Dryden's satire use humor and simple images or words to shape complex political ideas.
So my question is, how does Dryden use satire to influence people in Absalom and Achitophel?
Dryden uses satire to criticize political leaders and a situation by using irony, humor, and biblical stories. So, thank you. This is from my side.